you ever wonder what you eat? Well, there's this wonderful device. It's not a jewel, but similar looking, slightly bigger, and it tells you exactly what you eat. Dror, please come on stage from Israel. If you go back a long, long time, it's a serial entrepreneur. Vubia, I think, was...
Yeah. It's great to be here back again.
You raised money for Lumen, huh? You were here last year. Hopefully it helped a little bit.
Yeah, we raised a few months ago.
Congratulations. Go for it.
Thanks so much, Marco. Metabolism is life. It's a reason we are all alive here. It happens in every cell in our body, 24/7. It's a process where we take food and drinks we consume and turn them into immediate energy, or we store them for later. So hi, I'm Dror, one of the founders of Lumen, and thanks Marco for the warm introduction. So I want to talk a little bit about health. Health is one of the most important things for all of us. We all want to be healthier, we all want to feel better, we all want to live longer. Yet I'm always surprised that we know more about the status of our car than our own bodies. Now, I see there's quite a lot of people here, and I want to ask you a quick question. Can you please raise your hand if you really know how healthy your metabolism is? So we got one there, two. That's fantastic. But I was just like almost all of you until 6 years ago when we founded Lumen. I had no clue how healthy my metabolism is and what's going on in my body. I recently read a CB Insights report about the top 150 digital companies in the world. More than $16 billion were invested in these companies, and almost all of them are focusing on fixing broken humans. There is no prevention section at all. It seems like no one was able to crack a business model that's super profitable to make sure these people don't get sick in the first place. Now, everybody's talking about healthcare. It's a big word, and it's because more people are getting sick. But what everybody's actually doing is not healthcare. Everybody's doing medical care. Healthcare is to actually take care of your health while you're still healthy. Medical care is to try to solve medical issues that arise and restoring your well-being. One of the biggest tolls on the world's health system is lifestyle diseases that's caused by poor nutrition. And it's just a shame to see that the market forces have been shaped to promote bad eating habits and then expensive medical treatments to try and solve them. Now, if you look at the world's population, there's more than 350 million people that are pre-diabetic. If you look just at the US, it's 90 million people. Now, I want to ask you another question. From these 90 million people in the US, how many do you think know that they're pre-diabetic? I'll give you a little bit of help here. Only 10 million people know. That means 80 million people don't even know that they're pre-diabetic. And why is that? It's because people don't go and check themselves until they have severe symptoms, until they have an issue they really need to solve. And you see, health is not black and white. It's not just in one day, poof, I'm sick. It's a process that gradually happens. And so does health. You need to take care of yourself in order to be healthy. And that's what we're here to solve. We actually have the second piece of the puzzle, which is to actually measure how nutrition impacts your body. We're focusing on prevention and real healthcare, one that's taking care of your health while you're healthy. We've developed a small device, an app that can measure your metabolism through the breath. And it can tell you exactly what's the status of your body and what to do and what to eat. So you don't need to guess if everything that you're doing is actually good for you. If it's the food, if it's the sleep, if it's your workouts. And we don't just measure metabolism. There's a lot of other biometrics data points that we look at. You see, the body is a very complex machine. There is no one measurement that tells you the full story. And you need to look at a broader outlook of your body. And the main pillar of actually healthy metabolism is nutrition. That's 70% of the equation. That's what causes all these lifestyle diseases. You remember those 150 companies I talked about? None of them focus on nutrition, which is the main cause. I always find that shocking. The other pillars are sleep and activity, which are also very, very important. But you have more peripheral data points. You have emotional state. You have circadian rhythm. We all have our own rhythm. We work night shifts, day shifts, long hours, seasonality, winter, summer, and a lot of other things that impact our metabolism. Now we go once or twice a year to the doctor who tells us that in order to reach our goals and be healthier and lose weight, feel better, we need to eat better, we need to sleep more, we need to start working out. But for the majority of people, this isn't happening. By the next time they go to the doctor, they actually feel worse. And why is that? It's because the minute we leave the doctor's office, we are on our own. We look at the latest blogs or news or the trends. Most of them are just fad diets, and we're hoping that it will work out. We have no way to track ourselves and see what we're doing is good for us, and not just for the macro, all the people out there. Now, the truth is, and this might be a little bit controversial, is the opposite. You first need to take care of your metabolic health, and then it will be much easier for you to reach your goals. It will be much easier for you to sleep because your hormones will be balanced. It will be much easier for you to eat the right food because you won't have these cravings you have all the time. And it will be much easier for you to work out and not feel sluggish and tired because your mitochondria, which is kind of the power plant of producing energy in our cell, is going to be super efficient. Every species on this planet can regulate their metabolism, but it seems that we lost touch with our basic biology functions. We're the only species that can't self-regulate as needed. And that's what we're focusing on. We're focusing on first improving your metabolic health and then reaching your goals. And I'll give you an example. We have some users that after a week of usage, the system tells them, you should eat a lot of carbs in the next few days. And these are people who want to lose weight. And they're like, I don't want to eat a lot of carbs. I want to lose weight. That's the opposite. But the system recognizes that they have some metabolic issues. So the first thing we need to do is balance their metabolism. Even if they gain another pound, 2, 3 pounds, it's going to be much easier after that. The main thing we measure is metabolic flexibility. In simple words, it's how efficient is your body. It's a number between 0 to 21. Between 0 to 6, it means that your metabolism is completely not flexible. It means that if you'll stay in this condition, you might have some issues. It means when you eat carbs, they will be stored as fat most likely. It means that if you want to lose weight, you need to have a very high caloric deficit. Between 7 and 14 is good. It's a healthy metabolism. It's a good place to be. The higher, the better. And above 15 is where we all aspire to be. That means that you're super efficient. You're at your prime. It means that you're not going to have any energy drops. It means that when you eat carbs, you use them for energy, or you know how to store them correctly as glycogen in the muscle. It means that your blood glucose levels are balanced. For example, let's take a look at a user that's been using Lumen for 6 months. So you can see he started in a kind of borderline around 7, but the more he used it, and it's not like immediate, it's up and down, he improved his metabolic flexibility score, which is now really, really good. And you can see all the other peripheral data points. And this is a normal person. He sleeps about 8 hours a night, which is not bad. It's quite good, I have to say. And he walks about 7,000 steps from 1,500 to 20,000. When the system tells him to fast, he fasts about 13 hours. And you can see that even simple people, like everybody here, can achieve their metabolism and their flexibility if only they focus on it. Now, we've been developing Lumen for the past 6 years, and in the last year, we had more than 12,000 customers that backed us. And this is just the beginning. In the next few months, we have some really exciting news to tell the world, so stay tuned. So I hope that this presentation left you with some food for thought. And I really invite all of you to start looking under the hood and not just your car, and start taking care of your metabolism and health. Thanks, everyone.